Charlie, where is my money?
Buddy, I got your money. It's right here. Oh, good. But
Charlie, you're
losing your belt.
Wait, Charlie, I can't hear what you're saying.
What was he like? As a boxer? Charlie was the top contender, #2 in the world. Then the fight game changed.
I'm coming with you.
No, you're not.
I'm either coming with you or you're fishing for your keys in the sewer. Oh my god, that was close. Whoa!
Stubborn kid. This ain't a video game. This is for real. Let's make some money!
I just need a little loan.
As much as I like you, dude, you're a bad bet, brother.
Give it up, Charlie. You got nothing left.
What are we looking for?
Anything I could use to put a fighting robot together.
I think there's a whole robot in there.
Never seen anything like it before.
Can we get him a fight?
He's a sparring bot, built to take a lot of hits, but never dishing out any real punishment.
His name is Adam. Get him a fight.
You know you're bringing him home in pieces, right?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! He's smaller and weaker. He's gonna get his ass kicked.
I need you to teach him to box.
Are you kidding me?
You know this fight game inside and out. He needs your moves, your commands.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
And I know I've done all kinds of wrong by this kid. Just like to do one thing right.
Right uppercut!
Great fight, fellas.
Remember this name, Adam. This bot is one to watch.
I'm trying to see a better side to you here, Charlie.
It's not easy.
This is what it's all about!
The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, was set up in 1993. Our mission is to protect and improve the natural environment for present and future generations, taking into account the environmental, social and economic principles of sustainable development. To help achieve this mission, we work to ensure that reliable information on environmental trends is made available so that necessary actions are taken. Our staff are based at 10 countrywide locations, with headquarters at Johnstown Castle in Wexford. We are responsible for licensing and control of large-scale waste and industrial activities to ensure that they do not endanger human health or harm the environment. These include waste facilities such as landfills, wastewater treatment plants, intensive agriculture, the use and release of genetically modified organisms, GMOs, and large petrol storage facilities. We also have a national environmental policing role in relation to these licenses, conducting over 2,000 audits and inspections of related facilities every year to ensure compliance with the license conditions. We also oversee the environmental protection responsibilities of local authorities, who play an important role in relation to air, water, noise, planning, wastewater and water quality. A key role of the EPAs is to ensure that the supply of good quality drinking water by public water suppliers is maintained. We collaborate with many other authorities to tackle environmental crime and prosecute those who transgress laws protecting the environment. We monitor, analyse and report on the quality of aspects of our environment, including our air, rivers, lakes, tidal and groundwaters. This independent scientific reporting is used to inform decision-making by local and national government and the EU. Greenhouse gases are produced by transport, agriculture, industry, energy, waste and other activities. The EPA has responsibility for compiling historical and projected Irish greenhouse gas emissions for yearly submission to the EU. This information enables measurement of progress towards our international emission reduction targets and helps identify how emission levels can be reduced. The EPA is also responsible for implementing the emission trading scheme in Ireland, under which emission credits are issued to industry. Companies that exceed their credit limit must buy credits from those who emit less. The EPA coordinates an extensive national environmental research programme generating the knowledge and expertise needed to protect and manage Ireland's environment. The EPA plays a key role in promoting waste prevention and minimisation. As such, it leads the National Waste Prevention Programme, provides input into producer responsibility initiatives and the management of dangerous substances. To sum up, the EPA plays a key role in providing guidance on, promoting awareness of, and regulating environmental issues as they relate to the public and industry. We do this through our licensing, enforcement and assessment roles, and also through a combination of direct communication, guidance notes, environmental television programs, exhibitions, school resource packs and other methods. To find out more about what we do, check out our website at www.epa.ie.
Welcome to the House of Lords chamber in the Houses of Parliament. The House of Lords is made up largely of life peers with experience in wide-ranging fields, including medicine, education, science, the armed services, academia, the arts, business, industry, the charity sector, and public life. They meet to discuss legislation or issues that concern them and to question the government. This House of Lords chamber is one of the most impressive rooms in the Houses of Parliament. Unlike the Commons chamber, which was rebuilt after the Second World War, the Lords chamber remains exactly as Augustus Welby Pugin and Charles Barry had designed it. The House of Lords chamber is a working space and is integral to Parliament's work. As a forum of independent expertise, members of the Lords play an essential role in making laws, scrutinising, revising and initiating legislation. As well as holding the government to account, the House of Lords has a great diversity of membership. The Lord Speaker sits here on the woolsack. The Lord Speaker's role is to offer advice on procedure and to act as an ambassador for the House. The House of Lords is a self-regulating house. The Lord Speaker presides over debates but does not decide who speaks. The woolsack is thought to have been introduced in the 14th century to reflect the economic importance of the wool trade to England. Over the years, its stuffing changed to horsehair, but in 1938, it was restuffed with wool from England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and countries of the Commonwealth, given by the International Wool Secretariat. There are over 700 members of the House of Lords. The House of Lords chamber is mostly organised on a party basis. The government sits here, and the opposition front bench over here. Crossbenchers who are not affiliated to a political party sit here at right angles to both the government and opposition benches. They take an independent, non-party political stance when speaking in debates and voting. As there are many independent members of the House of Lords, it's sometimes difficult to tell how the House of Lords will vote on a given issue. There's also a bench for the 26 most senior bishops and archbishops of the Church of England. Their bench is distinctive because it's the only one with armrests. At the beginning of each parliamentary session, the Queen attends the state opening of Parliament, where from this throne she reads a speech prepared by the government which outlines their plans for the forthcoming parliamentary year. State opening usually takes place once a year and is not a usual sitting for the House of Lords. Many fittings and furnishings in the chamber were designed by Pugin, including the solid brass gates at the entrance of the chamber, each weighing some 3/4 of a ton. The House of Lords also has a public gallery. Members of the public are welcome to come to watch proceedings, debates on key issues of the day or legislation, at any time when the House is sitting.
Thank you for watching. This clip is part of a series about the work and history of Parliament. If you'd like to find out more about the work of Parliament or how to arrange a visit, please go to our website www.parliament.uk.
His paintings are among the most treasured objects in the world today. Yet during his lifetime, he was shunned and his work ignored.
$75 million for you, sir. $75 million.
He spoke 4 languages, was well-read, but lived and worked as a peasant. His obsessions overwhelmed his loving nature. Vincent van Gogh's macabre act of cutting off his ear has always overshadowed the incredible story of his life. In 1852, a baby boy was born to pastor and dame Theodorus van Gogh of Groot-Zundert, a small Dutch village. The couple christened their infant son Vincent Willem just before they buried him. Their little boy had been born dead. On March 30th, 1853, exactly 1 year later, another boy was born to the still grieving parents. The infant lived, and once again they named their son Vincent Willem van Gogh. The father, Theodorus van Gogh, was an austere country minister, and himself the son of a Calvinist pastor. Anna Carbentus was moody and high-strung. She gave birth to 5 more children, but it was Theo, 4 years younger than Vincent, who grew to share a bond with him that not even death could break. At the age of 15, Vincent's life took a crucial turn. Due to his family's financial difficulties, he was forced to leave school and go to work.
His uncle hired him to go to work at The Hague at Goupil and Company. If his uncle would have been a ditch digger, Vincent van Gogh would have gone to work as a ditch digger.
Goupil and Company was the largest art dealership in Europe. Vincent was surrounded by prints, engravings, and paintings by the world's greatest artists, and he was delighted. Away from home for the first time, Vincent thrived. Vincent van Gogh was going to become an artist. At the age of 28, Vincent van Gogh completed his first oil painting. There was little doubt he was a painter. He fell in love with Klasina Hornig, whom he called Seen, an alcoholic prostitute with syphilis. She had a 4-year-old daughter and was pregnant with another man's baby. They fought and drank. Vincent began to see her as she really was, and a veil of depression engulfed him. Hours later, Vincent went to the local brothel carrying a grisly offering for a prostitute named Rachel. With blood pouring from the side of his head, he tenderly handed her his ear, saying simply, "Keep this object carefully." Vincent was ill. He learned that he had syphilis and gonorrhea and was hospitalized. On July 27, 1890, Vincent van Gogh was tired, ill, and afraid for his future. Vincent had pulled a revolver from his pocket, pointed it at himself, and pulled the trigger. On July 29th, 1890, at 1:30 in the morning, Vincent van Gogh died in the arms of his beloved brother. He was 37 years old. Vincent's mother, Anna, lived to see her son hailed as an artist and a genius. She had thrown away crates full of his art. The starry night was inspired by a dream. The sight of stars always made Vincent dream. He felt that just as we take a train to go to Tarascon or to Rouen, we take death to go to a star. Vincent van Gogh saw a truth others could not see, captured it, gave it form and color, and eternal life.
In colors on the snowy linen land.
I'm Lisa Birnbach for Howdini.com. You're going for a job interview. How to make the interview work so that you land the job. Carolyn Bigda from Money Magazine is with us. How do you do that?
Well, some surveys show that hiring managers actually make their opinion of you within the first 10 minutes of meeting you. So you want to make a really good first impression.
How do you do that?
Well, the first thing is your appearance. You want to walk in wearing a nice crisp suit or whatever appropriate outfit is for this interview. You want to give a firm handshake and you want to look the hiring manager directly in the eye.
Don't people know that?
Yeah, you might be surprised by how many people they might feel more casual about it, or they are shy and so they haven't practiced this and they're not used to being sort of assertive and putting themselves out there.
What about clothing? Unless you're working or applying for a job in the fashion industry, shouldn't you be on the conservative side rather than very fashionable?
Exactly. I mean, the safe bet is always to wear a nice suit. You know, neutral colors, come in wearing something that's not too flashy, and just be dressed appropriately, look like you want to look professional, and I think everyone has a sense of what professional is. One other thing that you want to practice before you go into this interview is a quick sales pitch about yourself, something that maybe has bullet points or just gets to the heart of what you've done over the last couple of years to impress this manager. Practicing this is key because it has to come across as smooth, but you also want it to have specific examples maybe, or just some key points that the hiring manager will be really excited about and interested in.
But not so professional that it seems like you're just a salesperson.
Exactly. You want to keep it down to earth and relax as much as possible, which is why practicing it is a good idea, because when you've got it sort of routine inside of you, it's much more easy to deliver.
Carolyn, what if you've just been fired by your previous employer? Do you have to be honest about that, and how do you position that in a job interview?
You have to be honest if they do ask you why you've left your job, but you want to stay positive on this topic. You don't want to come in as someone who has a lot of resentment or you've got a grudge against your former employer. If they ask you, why you're looking for a job, a good response is to say you're looking for that next opportunity, to take that next step in your career, to apply your skills in a different way.
You want to come across as a team player?
Yes. Coming across as a team player is always key, but also showing leadership skills also impresses employers. So if you can come up with examples of both in your interview, that will just, those are bonus points basically.
And obviously, finally, you want to look like a hard worker who'll be committed to the mission of the company you're interviewing with.
Exactly, which is why, again, showing specific examples of the results that you perform or that you had at your previous company will really impress your employer, because they see that you come in and you do have an impact that you will produce.
Carolyn Bigda, thank you so much. Again, I've learned something new. For Howdini.com, I'm Lisa Birnbach.
Oxford is the oldest university in the English-speaking world. A city that lives and breathes education. A place where you can think rigorously, where you can grow intellectually. An institution that has been educating world-changing leaders for over 800 years and draws together the finest minds from across the globe. At Oxford, you have all the resources of Oxford University at your fingertips. Some of the finest libraries, academic departments and research labs in the world.
Oxford is a preeminent research university that when it does things at the very, very highest level. And serious research universities are places where the cleverest people on the planet think really hard about the hardest problems on the planet.
I would say the thing that struck me the most about Oxford, and what I do appreciate about it the most, is that it taught me to think again. There's a spirit in the air of learning, of feeling like you're a part of a long legacy of centuries of academic excellence, and being around people also who reaffirm that.
As a student at Oxford University, you become a member of an Oxford college, which contains its own wealth of history and tradition. There are 39 different colleges in the university. Each has its own academic fellowship and individual student community.
Welcome to Oxford.
The colleges have their own dining hall, library, cultural groups and sports teams.
Let's go, Hilders! Send it there! Power there!
Your college will give you an opportunity to meet other brilliant students from all areas of academic study, from astrophysicists to archaeologists, from earth scientists to engineers. Oxford is an ancient and beautiful city. At the same time, it is modern and vibrant, where everything is in close proximity. You can cycle from pubs to parks and from museums to galleries. Oxford has excellent transport connections and is 1 hour from London and Heathrow Airport.
The ability to use the English language correctly and confidently is a critical skill required for success in a wide variety of careers. If you are aged between 16 and 18 and are not yet fluent in English, the Oxford Summer English programme from Oxford Royal Academy is the ideal place to improve your skills. As part of the programme, you will live in a college of the University of Oxford, alongside fluent English speakers, enabling you to practice your improved English skills outside of the classroom. Oxford Summer English can be followed for 2 or 4 weeks. The programme features more than 20 hours of tuition per week, and Oxford Royal Academy is accredited by the British Council for the Teaching of English.
All the teachers of the Oxford Summer English programme here at Oxford Royal Academy are qualified according to British Council standards, and they each have a minimum of 2 years' experience of teaching EFL. And I think the students benefit tremendously from that experience.
Our teaching in Oxford Royal Academy is really good. I really enjoy every class.
I really like it. We do lots of different things, such as speaking, listening, and writing, so it's really fun.
The teaching in class is really good. We learn like so much vocabulary.
We have been studying grammar, that's really useful, and also some expressions and idioms so that you sound more British than you actually are.
The teaching we are getting in the class is very good. We're doing lots of little speeches, debates.
The teaching is really good because it's a mix between the grammar things and also the creative things, for example, academic writing, and also there are games where you train your speaking skills.
For me, the most useful is the writing. I really wrote like 20 pages, just English. I think it's a very good exercise.
For me, I think the most important part was fluency. I think I'm speaking English more fluently now.
As the course has been developed by the teaching faculty here within Oxford Royal Academy, we can provide a diverse and linguistically immersive approach. In consequence, the students learn not only in the classroom, but they have the opportunity to take that learning beyond those boundaries, out into the wider world.
I'm with friends from Hong Kong and Thailand, so they don't understand French, so I must speak English, and that's really good.
Studying in an Oxford college is really interesting because the environment pushes you to study more and work harder.
The environment is really inspiring. We don't have this kind of places anywhere else in the world.
I really like to study here because of the old buildings here, and it gives like a really magical feeling.
It's great. It's like I'm an Oxford student.
Outside of class, we do lots of activities. We've been punting, and we went to London for a theatre trip. Also, we've been to Blenheim Palace. It was really beautiful.
The James Bond party was really interesting because I have never been to something like that. It was really great.
The social life here is really something extraordinary because you meet people from all over the world. You learn their cultures and their traditions. It's really, really inspiring.
The best part of learning English is to be able to make friends from other countries and being able to speak with them. I think it's a great experience.
I'm thinking about to study in the UK, and because of that it's very important for me to learn the English language.
The course really helped me because first I was not really confident about saying full sentences, and now I'm pretty good at it. So
I can express myself much better now.
I really recommend to come to Oxford Royal Academy. It's a wonderful place to stay, and you learn a lot, not only in class but also with your friends.
I think the course is gonna help me because I want to apply to a UK university.
I think it will be easier for me to get into an international college or university.
I will for sure recommend Oxford Royal Academy because it's an amazing experience.
One of the best decisions I ever made.